Hi, Coach. It's Mike Kuchar, www.xandolabs.com. We're going to show you some clips here of the midline scheme from the over formation. Very thankful for Coach Scott Jadzuski, owner of the Flexbone Association, also a high school coach at Pelham, Alabama, for sharing some of his clips with us here on this concept. Pretty interesting concept, especially considering the advantage that it gives you. We have some wide and tight shots here. And coaches, this is only one formation out of 18 that we're showing you in terms of how to formation a defense, which you could get the entire full-length special report at www.xandolabs.com by becoming an insider member. This is the over formation unbalanced. Okay, what you're going to see here is a midline strong, okay, to the side of the unbalanced. Okay, excellent release by the play side guard. It's a pretty, it's all about numbers, and Coach Jadzuski does a great job explaining what he wants, what he looks for, okay, when designing this play out of the over formation, split end over, out of his midline scheme. What you see here is, three techniques going to tackle that dive key. Okay, you have the front side linebacker blocked by the play side A back, and you're going to have a hole here for the quarterback to make something happen. Get a better shot at it here from the wide shot. Okay, so both number 1 and 2 are on the line of scrimmage. That's going to force some type of coverage structure change by the defense. Okay, so here what you're seeing is a 3 over 2, okay, which means backside you do have numbers to run either your veer or midline concepts. And it's something that the quarterback could see. It's something the quarterback could check to. It's something that you could see as a coach. Very productive formation in recognizing that. Okay, coach is going to run it strong right now. Okay, here's a play side A gap folding for the front side backer. The backside backer should be picked off by the releasing guard who's up on the mic. Again, looks like we're dealing with a 4-3 front here. We'll get a better shot of it if we can see the end zone on this one. Different clip. Okay, excellent release by the guard. Guard's working for the play side backer, and then you at least have this fold block happening here by the play side A back. Okay, again, 4-3-2 high structure. Now you have numbers this way. And again, it doesn't have to be the midline. I know Coach Jadzuski talked about using the midline concept on this. We have other coaches in our full-length special report that detail the veer concept, okay, because of numbers. If you're going to take this outside linebacker and split the difference right now, you're going to be a man short. Okay, you have 3 over 2 over here, plus he would be the pitch read if you're running veer or triple to that side. Coach is running it strong here. Excellent release by that guard on the play side backer. You have the A gap folding in. Now, since this backer is apexed, this play side A back does not have to block him in the midline scheme. He's going to take himself out of the play by alignment. In fact, that A back, that play side A slot back did not block who he was supposed to. Okay, 4-3 structure again, a little tighter here. You have a 3 over 3 concept. Okay, you have the midline backside if you need it. Some coaches will prefer to run the midline to a shade or a 3 technique. Some prefer to run to a 3 technique or a shade or a 2-eye, and that's something we talked about in detail in case 2 of our special report on the veer and midline option, and what coaches prefer. A lot of good stuff on there in terms of what coaches want to run the midline scheme to. Some will run it to a 2-eye or a shade nose. Okay, so right now you got the 3 technique backside. They're going to run it right to the 3. Here's the play side A back folding, okay, for the play side backer. Watch how wide this 3 technique is. I mean, he's tight, but because of the splits and because of the tight path of the fullback, it's going to be hard for him to get there. So you see right now, excellent release by that guard. At this point, it becomes a hand tackle or an arm tackle. That's going to be a miss. Okay, again, 4-3 structure, over formation. Running it weak again. There's a 3 technique. Play side A back has a track now for the play side inside linebacker. Backside guards working to the backside inside linebacker. This corner will be left alone. Let him make tackles. Quarterback just replaces the dive read. that three technique is tight. The guard is still able to get inside. Okay, all that quarterback does is step, replace, whatever footwork you're teaching him. I know on case one of our special report, we talked about over a dozen different types of footwork that coaches will use on the midline and veer schemes. This is all part of it. Quarterback just replaces, gets a big play out of it. More of an on front now with a three technique. You know, this play just cuts back. Same thing here. Play side guard is able, with that good release, to get to the backside linebacker. Play side A back is if he's going to track the safety. If there's nobody in the B gap here for him to block, he's going to keep working on that angle. Tackle misses the block on the 5 technique. Does not matter. Quarterback takes it outside. Looks like Pelham has a tremendous athlete at quarterback here. Obviously an advantage using the midline and veer schemes. We all know put the ball in the hands of your best athletes. Looks like a 50 front here. Here again, over formation. Looks like they're bringing another receiver over here, so they're taking 2 for 2. Now they're going to run the midline back away, okay, from the over formation. Okay, looks like this read key is going to get blocked. The play side A back is going to block the play side linebacker. This corner is going to be left alone on the island. Watch what he winds up doing. He's going to get sucked up by the run action. I know it's easy to say that. High school players, college players, they're kids, they're young adults. Sometimes they get fooled too. Okay, he gets sucked in. Quarterback's going to be able to get right around him. And it's just a matter of attacking that weak side. You know, when you're running this over front, it depends where you have numbers. If they match you strong, run it weak. And again, Coach Chadzewski does a great job, okay, detailing that in his full-length report, which can be found on www.xandolabs.com by becoming an insider member. Okay, we'll see it here. There's a 5 technique being blocked. This one, quarterback just takes it inside. Excellent release by the guard. Play side A back's going to track that safety. And you got a big play. Coaches, we appreciate you logging in. Good luck this offseason.